about it?
Oh, a little weird. I know that's
Weird.
being taped, but there are a lot of us, so I...
Yeah. There was a lot of nods of agreement.
Yeah.
Like as we were talking, I was noticing there's a lot of people like, I didn't trust you, Ben. Yeah.
Yeah, so there was a process, and we met first kind of as more social at Alina's, and we were hanging out at night. I was with the speakers and only one wanting to hang out in the bar and drink wine. So that was kind of fun. So I got to know you from that perspective before getting into the program and then coming in November. And it was really, really difficult for me because I had something come up and I knew I had to talk to you.
Right, I remember.
And I didn't sleep that night. Like, can I trust him? Can I be honest with him? It's like, I just went through so much angst. And then I talked to the counselor. And yeah, just like was a basket case. It's like, I have to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do it. And so I did.
Yeah.
And
like you brought truth, I remember.
yeah, it was tough, and I did it. Like I felt very courageous doing that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was interesting because then I built that trust coming into the program. But then I noticed when we're doing the work online, and I felt that I'd put up a barrier again. And so I really had to look at what was that about. And for me, it's that authority figure thing, especially with the male. And so, and I can't even remember what the specifics were that we talked about, but we did kind of a one-on-one thing where I was dealing with an issue. And part of it was, and that might have been a projection that I felt I was presenting, but like it was like a persona. Like I didn't feel like really myself. But it was like having to present that because you were the authority figure somehow was the story that was
safer.
unraveling. Yeah. So I could see that story, which was good. And I really wanted to get through it. So that work helped to feel like that we were more on a even basis rather than that authority figure.
Yeah. This plays out for a lot of sixes. Who's got the authority and projections onto authority and kind of giving away my authority. And I noticed a couple times as you're describing this, like you started tearing up. And I've got a story about what that means to you, but I'm wondering if you can tell us why.
Because that's been so much a part of my life. And, you know, I thought it for all different reasons because of how I was treated by males and all of that. But it happened with women too. So, I mean, it's just a story. But at the same time, there's a feeling of loss with that, where those places where, because I'm really pushing on owning my own authority, and those places where I've held myself back from doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. I had this feeling like in bringing the thing, you know, I don't even remember what the issue was, but in bringing it to me in a really direct way, I had this feeling like you were claiming your own authority back in relationship to me.
Right.
And that was touching for me. You know, there's kind of like the meta me watching us have the conversation. I'm thinking, she's gathering her own authority back from me in this live time here.
Yeah.
I'm imagining that that's touching for you.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I had pride for you afterwards. I was like, nice. Even though inside I was like, oh my God, what are we talking about, this weird thing? But at the same time, I was enjoying you getting your authority back.
Yeah, because I didn't feel I could come in without doing that. Otherwise, there'd be a pretense.
Right.
That.
Yeah, you're coming in for a year long, you got to get it all on the table.
Exactly.
Yeah.